Welcome back to Indigo Soul Yoga. I am Stephanie Epps. In today's video, I have a 20-minute power flow for you. Grab your yoga mat, 2 blocks, and any other props that you might need for class, and join me on the mat. Find your way into hands and knees, tabletop position, and from there, press back to child's pose. Big toes together, knees out wide, arms extending forward. Forehead comes down to your mat or your block. Take some big breaths in through your nose and out, finding expansion, elongation from fingertips to toes. Allow yourself to land in your body, to land and be grounded on your mat. Let go of what happened before you stepped on your mat. Let go of yesterday. On your next inhalation, make your way to hands and knees. From there, rotate your hands 180 degrees, palms are down, fingertips facing your knees, shifting your hips back and forward. Feel free not to shift back if that doesn't feel right in your body. Couple more breaths here, back and forward, or staying still. Rotating your hands 180 degrees. From here, left hand is going to rotate, facing your left knee. The top of your hand is going to be down, palm is going to face the sky. When you're ready, take that left hand down, find that same stretch on the right side. Top of your hand is down, palm of the right hand facing the sky. As you exhale, right hand comes down to your mat, palm is down. Curl your toes under, knees lift to a hover. Press it back, high plank, top of a push-up, shoulders stacked over your wrist. And know that you can take this on your knees if you would like. As you exhale, find downward facing dog. Shift it forward, plank pose. Press it back, down dog. Inhale to plank, rolling forward. Exhale, down dog. Shift forward, plank pose. Downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, stay. Yes, you can. You are powerful. You are strong. On your next exhalation, downward facing dog. Begin to tippy toe forward. Walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Forward fold. Inhale, circle, sweep arms overhead. Swan dive, hands are down. Inhale, flat back, long through your spine. Forward fold, take it down. Right foot steps back, rise up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, fold, take your hands down. High plank, lower all the way down, chest and thighs to the earth. Swoop your chest forward, lift up, cobra pose. Downward facing dog, pressing back, build some heat. Shift forward to plank. Downward facing dog, press back. Inhale, plank pose. Downward facing dog. Shift it forward, high plank. Downward facing dog. Shifting forward, high plank. Downward facing dog. Holding here for a moment. And then tippy toe forward one more time. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Circle, sweep your arms overhead, palms to touch. Swan dive. Inhale, lift and lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Left foot steps to the back of your mat. Rise up, high crescent lunge. Right knee tracking between great toe and second toe. Fold it down. Make your way in a high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Shift forward, lift up, cobra pose. Downward facing dog, press back. Inhale to plank. Exhale, down dog. Shift forward, plank pose. Exhale, press back. Inhale to plank. Exhale, press back. Inhale to plank and hold, press back. Hop your way forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Circle, sweep your hands overhead. Fold it down. Inhale, lift, build some speed, momentum. Low push-up, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Pressing back, downward facing dog. Shift forward to plank. Downward dog. Plank pose. Downward dog. Plank pose. Downward facing dog. Plank pose. Downward facing dog. Bend your knees, tone your belly, hop or float forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Circle, sweep arms overhead. Swan dive out wide. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Forward fold. Right foot steps back. Sweep your arms overhead. Biceps at your ears. Reach. Hands come to clasp at your lower back. Heart lifts. Fold inside your left thigh. Arms reach where they can. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, fold. Take your hands down. One leg, chaturanga, lower down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Yes, you can. Breathe in, breathe out. Plank pose, down dog. Plank pose, downward facing dog. Plank pose, downward facing dog. Plank pose, exhale, down dog. Bend your legs, float forward, land lightly, core does the work. Inhale, lift, exhale, fold. Circle, sweep arms up, swan dive out wide. Ardha Uttanasana, flat back, exhale, fold. Left foot steps back, root to rise, high crescent lunge. Hands clasp or bind behind you, lift your heart, fold inside your right thigh. Yes, you can. Inhale, rise, high crescent lunge. Exhale, fold, hands down. One leg, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. You got it. Float your way forward. Inhale, lift, exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose, have a seat. Weight in your heels. Can you see your toes? Tone your belly. Weight comes into your left foot, right foot lifts, step back, warrior one. Hands clasp at your lower back, lift your heart. Yes, you can, stay with it. Arms rise up, pivot, high crescent lunge to chair pose, step it forward. We're moving swift, step back, warrior one, opposite side. Hands come to stack, straighten your arms, lift your heart. Legs are anchored down, yes, be here now. High crescent lunge to chair pose, breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, fold, take it down. Inhale, lift. Low push-up chaturanga, upward facing, downward facing dog. Yes, you can. Float your way forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, arms overhead. Swan dive out wide. Inhale, flat back. Lower down. Sweep up, Utkatasana, chair pose. Weight in your heels. You got it, you got it. Hands come to heart center. Rotate to the right, elbows stack line to line. If it feels right, left tricep outside your right knee. Attempting for your knees to match, be partners. Left hand down, right arm up. Feel free to take a block underneath your hand at whatever height, level 1, level 2, level 3. Pull that right shoulder back into the socket. Draw your left foot towards your glute and extend it out behind you. Straighten through both legs. Revolved half moon. If you can, bend your leg. Reach your hand back to catch your foot, looking down at your great toe or over your shoulder. Arms reaching forward, back leg extends, warrior three. Forward fold, take it down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Sweep up, chair pose. From skin to muscle to bone, hug in, be here now. Hands come to heart center. When you're ready, twist to the left. Hook your tricep, elbows stack, look to the ceiling. Option to stay where you are or divide your hands. Use your blocks where needed. Weight comes into your left leg, right foot towards your glute and extend back. When you can, right leg bends, left hand reaching to your foot, maybe holding onto your pant leg. Look up or look down, you decide. Extending out, warrior three, reach, lift, and lengthen. Find your way back into chair pose. Exhale, fold. You got it. Inhale, lift. Jump back, low push-up, elbows hug in. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Plank pose on the inhale. Down dog on your exhale. Shift it forward, high plank. Press it back, downward facing dog. Plank pose, downward facing dog. Plank pose, downward facing dog. Plank pose, downward facing dog. Right leg extends to the sky, hips facing forward. Bend your knee, open your hip. Foot comes towards your glute. Step your right foot outside your right hand. Option, left knee can lower to the earth in this lizard lunge, or it can be lifted. You decide. If it's lifted, go ahead and take that left knee down. Sweep your right arm up to the sky and back. Bring your left foot towards your glute. Catch your foot with your hand if you can. If not, hold on to your pant leg. Use a strap or a band. Release your hand from your foot. Arm sweeps up, pressing both hands into your mat now. Step back, one leg plank, one leg push up, lift your heart. Downward facing dog, you're moving. Left leg extends, bend your leg, open your hip, foot comes towards your glute. When you're ready, lizard lunge, left foot outside your left hand. Once again, you decide, knee down or knee up for a couple of breaths. When you're ready, lower that back knee down, left arm sweeps up. Try to catch your hand with your foot, look over your shoulder if possible. What feels right in your body today? You know what you need. Release the bind. Take your hand down. One leg push up, high to low. Yes, you can. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Shifting forward, plank pose. Down dog, press back. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Shifting forward, high plank. Downward facing dog. Shift forward, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Right leg extends to the sky. Bend your leg, open your hip. Option to stay here or maybe take Wild Thing Rock Star. If it feels right in your body, upward facing bow wheel pose. Palms are pressing down, hips and heart to the sky. Reach. We're gonna unflip. Yes, you can. 3-leg dog. Lower your right leg down. And remember, you can always skip that 3-leg dog. We're gonna take it forward, plank pose. Take it back, downward facing dog. Shift it forward, plank pose. Downward facing dog. Yes, you can. You are strong. You are powerful. Take it forward. Take it back. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg to the sky. Bend your leg. Open your hip. Foot comes towards your glute. Maybe stay there or sweep up and back. What do you find? What does your body say yes to? Wild Thing, Rock Star, wheel pose. Maybe lower to your forearms in your wheel pose. You decide. Flip back over. Maybe take that 3-leg dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Preparing for side plank. Come to the outer edge of your right foot. Right hand lowers to your mat. Lift your left leg up. Hand comes to bind at your big toe or behind your calf or your thigh. When you're ready, bend your top leg. Press your foot into your right thigh. Keep that left arm to the sky if possible. Now sweep left arm overhead for a couple of breaths. Bring that left hand down. We're gonna take a tree pose, push up, take it down. Take that leg back, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. I know it's getting faster. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Stay with it. Stay with it. Inhale, plank pose. Vashisthasana, side plank, opposite side. Left hand down, outer edge of your left foot. Right leg to the sky. Hand to your big toe behind your calf, behind your thigh. Bring your foot to your thigh. Reach your hand overhead. Now sweep your hand top of the mat. Elongate fingertips to toes. Right palm down. Take that chaturanga, tree to leg push up, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. I know it's a lot. Lower down to your forearms. Right leg lifts and lowers. Shoulders stacked over elbows. Left leg lifts and lowers. Press into your forearms. Lengthen through your spine. Right leg lifts and lowers. Left leg lifts and lowers. Right leg lifts and lowers. Prepping for forearm stand. Maybe you walk it a little bit further forward. Left leg lifts. Couple of breaths. You can do it. Take your left leg down. Press back up onto your palms. Downward facing dog. Right leg to the sky. Half pigeon. Right knee comes towards your right thumb. Perhaps you're in a 45-degree angle, 90 degrees, somewhere in between. If you're resting on your right glute, place a block under your bum or a blanket. Center your hips. Top of your back thigh, top of your leg is down. Sweep your arms up, palms to touch if possible. Relax your shoulders from your ears, belly is firm. Couple of breaths. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take an inhale or two. Exhale, twist to the left, option to stay, or hook your right tricep to the sole of your left foot. Pressing palms together, look over your left shoulder. A lot of energy here in this hip opener. Inhale, rising up. Stay on the exhale. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bring your foot to your hand. Find your way into mermaid pose. Hands come to bind. Back toes at your left elbow crease. Right arm bends to clasp your left hand. When you're ready, release the bind. Arms overhead. Take your palms down. Press it back. Downward facing dog. 3-leg dog on the left. Find your way into your version of half pigeon. Knee towards your wrist. Adjusting the space, the distance of your front leg. Hips are neutral, attempting to face the top of the mat. Feel free, place that blanket, that cushion under your left glute. Nice and tall, sweep your arms overhead. Breathe. Try not to grind your teeth. Relax your forehead. It happens. Let it go. Palms come to heart center. Twist to the right, option to stay, or tricep comes to the sole of your foot. Elbows are stacked, looking over your top shoulder. Be here now. Be present in mind, in body, and soul. Inhale, rising up. Stay on the exhale. Arms reach overhead. We're gonna find that bind, preparing for mermaid pose, opposite side. Right foot reaches towards the sky. Maybe right foot comes towards your elbow crease. Bending your left arm. Hands come to clasp one another. Take a few breaths here. And when you're ready, release the bind, arms overhead, take your palms down, step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank and hold. You've done a lot of work today. Know that you can stay a little bit longer in the effort. When you're ready, lower to your forearms, dolphin plank. A few breaths in and out. Stay with it. Lower down. Slide your blocks or props out of the way. Walk your hands outside your mat. Tense your fingers, palms are down, palms are lifted, finger pads down. Shift and lift up, CO pose, arms lengthening out. Hip bones pressing down. Exhale, melt lower. Hands are tented. Inhale, lift, shoulders are soft. Arms are active. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Walk your palms next to your chest. Press your way back, extended child's pose, big toes together, knees out wide, arms extending down, forehead on your mat. Breathing in, breathing out. On your next inhalation, rise up and make your way onto your glutes. Find a block. We're gonna get into some ab work. You're probably saying, all those planks we did, that was ab work. We got a little bit more. Place that block between your thighs, squeeze that block, arms extend, recline back slightly. Begin to lift and lower either foot. Lift and lower, going at your own pace. From here, both leg lifts and lower. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and hold. When you're ready, take it down. All right, here we go. Take that block from between your legs. Lie back. Block comes overhead, legs extend down. Inhale, lift, block comes between your feet or your legs. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is so hard. Take it down, legs, arms to a hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down, we're alternating. Block to your feet, rise back up, block to your hands. Take it down, rising up, block to your feet. Yes, you can. Take it down. As you see, I'm struggling because it's hard. We switch. And lower all the way down. Hello, abs. Hello, abs. Place your block to the side. Draw your left knee into your chest. Begin to make circles with your foot. Hands can be bound underneath your knee or behind your thigh. Your right leg can be extended or bent. When you're ready, bring your left hand to the outer portion of your left foot or behind your calf or your thigh. Begin to straighten that left leg towards the ceiling. Both hands to the sole of your foot or behind your thigh or your calf. Shoulders on your mat, tailbone anchored down. Bend your left leg, release it down. Right leg draws into your chest. Hands clasp where they can. Make circles with your right foot. Bending your right leg, right hand to the sole of the outer portion of your right foot. Shoulder blades are down. Left leg can be extended or bent, depends on what feels better in your body. Begin to straighten through your right leg, both hands clasped to the sole of your foot or behind your thigh or your calf. If your shoulder blades are lifting up, anchor them down. You may need to use a strap or a band instead. You may need to adjust the placement of your hands. Bend your right leg, extend it down to your mat. Make circles with your feet, stretching out your lower body. Walk your legs over to the left corner of your mat. Right foot stacks on top of your left. Arms overhead, walking over to the left corner of your mat. Feel free to clasp your hand at your wrist. Full body stretch, banana asana, banana pose. Release the clasp of your hands, unstack your feet, walk your legs back through center, big stretch. And from here, legs walk over to the right, arms walk over to the top right corner of your mat. Left foot crosses over your right ankle. Clasp your hand to your wrist. Banana pose, opposite side. Big stretch. Release the bind of your hands and your feet. Walk your legs through center. Bend your legs, feet come to your mat. Find your block. Press your feet down, lift your hips. Take your block underneath your glutes and your lower back. Left leg draws into your chest and towards the sky, and you lower down. Right knee comes up, extend, bend, and lower. Feel free to alternate or lift your legs to a reclined tabletop and towards the sky, waterfall. And know that you can always go to the wall and take a traditional legs up the wall if that's your preference. Feel a release in your legs, your back. Notice how your heart rate has slowed. As you exhale, begin to bend your leg. Feet come to lower down. Heel to your feet apart. Let your knees fall inward, finding a stretch to the inner portions of your hips. Maybe you notice a little bit in the outer portions of your hips. Knees part. Knees falling towards the wall on the opposite side, right to left. Heel toe your feet back together. Press your feet down, lift your hips. Lower your block down, lower your bum. Recline butterfly. Soles of your feet together, knees out wide. If you would like, place those blocks under your thighs or place a blanket or cushion. Relax your arms. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Allow your eyes to close. Soft breaths. Gently bring your feet up to your mat. Knees come towards your chest. You can rock or be still. And when you're ready, make your way to a seat. Walk your hands out wide of your thighs. Arms reach overhead, palms to touch. Exhale, float your arms down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, floating down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Thank you for practicing. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this channel with a friend.